be a great defense, be a great team in general. And you know, I don't feel like we deserve a great grade right now because we've still so much room to grow. And you know, giving a sense that, you know, of satisfaction through the guys for the team is almost like a negative thing. Moving forward, we just want to, you know, give so much room for to get better.
I think you guys are the #1 defense in terms of yards allowed nationally. Is there sort of a, do you feel like there's maybe an intimidation factor for opposing offenses when you had that kind of status?
I think that, yeah, it definitely comes into play. It'll definitely play into their scheme, I would guess. But yeah, I mean, I can't speak for other offenses. I can't, you know. But all I know is that we just we don't really look at that. You know what I mean? We just play the way we play. We play the way we know how.
From what you've seen of Purdue's offense, do you see differences from what they had last year? Better, schematically different? What do you notice from Purdue so far from what you've seen?
Oh, I mean, I've noticed, you know, how much better they've gotten. You know, they're like I said, you know, there's always good things you see every year, and those are things you have to focus on, like who are the skill players this year, who are the impact players, you know, what players we have to key on, just things like that, and just the little plays that they have. As the season goes on, it becomes a little more difficult to prepare because they've run so many things. We have to prepare for a lot more. So, and preparation-wise, we just have to know kind of how they're going to run against us and what types of throws they're going to throw against us, and then just prepare for that. I mean, in the scheme-wise.
Have you heard the linebackers call themselves the Chevy Bad Boys?
Yeah, I have heard that. I really have no idea. I don't know anything, and the thing is, I don't want to know. So you know, let them do their, you know, I'm secondary. You know, they want the Chevy Bad Boys. You know, that's their thing. That's their gig.
Does the secondary need a name now? You don't roll like that.
I don't know. We're slowly. We still got to develop. We're still trying to find our path. You know, whatever. But so we're not gonna just, you know, self-proclaim some name. You know, we have to live it. You know, Chevy Bad Boys, that serves with linebackers right. But secondary, we gotta start living something before we can start calling us something. So.
Talking to Vince or to Jacobs or whoever, they've done some assessing of each other's celebrations after a sack or a big tackle for loss. As a more experienced, objective observer, who has the best and whose just doesn't make any sense whatsoever what they're doing?
See, it takes a while to really. I mean, see, the hard part is you got Vince doing Marcus Trotter's sometimes, his racing salute sometimes, and I don't know what Beagle does with his celebration. I have no idea what it is. I'm not one for celebrating. I don't really. I mean, I get excited, but I usually keep it pretty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, there's some question marks on some of those. They need to work on it a little bit.
You're kind of like J.J. Watt, no selfies on the field, right? Is that the deal?
Right, right.
Coach Anderson singled out Darius Hillary's play when he started his press conference today. And, you know, a lot of times when you do something well, you maybe don't get noticed. As a guy, a fellow secondary guy, what has stood out about Darius's play and sort of his ability to develop into this team's #1 corner?
Well, it reflects, you know, how he's been playing. You know, just because, you know, he makes a play that everyone notices, and you're right, it goes under-recognized sometimes. But if you turn on the game tape and you see that he is, locking down wide receivers, he is coming up and filling on tackles, he's making plays. It's just, you know, the past couple of weeks that he's actually been recognized for it. That's what I'm saying. It just, you know, reflects how well he's been doing. That's about it. I mean, he's doing really well. He's playing better and better each week, just like we all are. And he wants to get better. He wants to be a playmaker, and just, you know, and now everyone's recognizing for some really big plays. But what are they, TFLs now? He had like what, TFLs, a couple PBUs. Yeah, so that's, you know, that's big time right there. That's cool.
How fun of a month of November is this going to be when you got 4 teams atop the Big Ten West, all who control their own destiny, and all who will play each other in this month as well?
Right. Yeah, that's it's interesting. It's really weird how it's all working out. College football is really weird that way. But from just, you know, focusing on Wisconsin, I feel like we just keep doing the same things we've been doing. Just keep preparing the same way, and then, you know, that's true. We control our own destiny. You know, if we concentrate one day at a time, 1 week at a time, I think we'll will come out it'll come out in our favor.
What's the mood like in the locker room or on the practice field when things are clicking the way they are versus maybe after the LSU game or after the Northwestern game?
Things are clicking. There's certain like a swagger to even our offense, even the defense, and the team in general. We're playing as a team. We're playing very we have a lot of togetherness. Really, I mean that's all I can really explain. I mean we feed off one another's energy, and it's always positive, and that's a really good thing.
Does that make you guys, probably make perhaps the most dangerous team in this race going forward? Just the way things have been clicking for you lately at the end of the final month.
I wouldn't. I mean, I guess statistics, like, if you look at all the statistics wise, yeah, we're number one this and all that, but it's I really can't speak on that, really. I mean, it's just I'm just playing football, I'm playing the game I love, and so are the other guys beside me, and then that's all it is. I mean, we're gonna adjust to whoever we play the right way and just try and succeed.
One of your teammates on defense was asked about how well you guys are playing after the game Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I don't want to hear about numbers. I don't want to hear how good we're playing. He goes, I still want us to be under the radar. I asked him why, and he said, because that's what we were at the beginning of the year when people thought we weren't going to be any good. The defense I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How much of a factor is that, if at all, in your minds, in the mind of you guys, when people are saying, they lost all that from the front seven. Are they going to be that good? Was that ever a factor? Is it still today?
That motivates a lot of guys. It does. A little chip on their shoulder. For me, I have my own, personal motivators that go on, but that is true. I mean, we were the underdog at the beginning of the season as a defense, and now, it would be nice to just keep that underdog kind of moving up through. And, however you want to put it, I mean, if we get recognized for being, a good defense to a great defense, that's fine. But at the end of the day, we still got to go out and execute. You know what I mean? That's just that simple.
How many snaps did you play close to the line of scrimmage Saturday versus back? Because it looked like you were basically a linebacker.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was good. It was a good day. I don't know. I probably had about under 50 snaps, and most of them, yeah. Probably only a handful I wasn't. So.
Do you think of yourself as a linebacker in the way Dave uses you in that role, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the play call. Sometimes I gotta switch on the linebacker. Sometimes on back safety, I gotta switch it off. But
why do you like it?
Being closer to the ball is kind of like my thing. I feel like I succeed in that, and things slow down for me up there.
Yeah.
And in the back end, things are really starting to slow down for me a lot. I've been working on it for a while, all summer, and even through the season I'm working on it. And I mean, it just the plays I like are the plays where, obviously when the scheme goes well and we execute. The other ones, whenever the coaching's over and you got to go make a play, and then that's when it gets fun.
Too many snaps and you have to join that Chevy Bad Boy Club, right?
I might adopt it. I might adopt it, just on some plays though, not all of them.
Kyle Flood, the Rutgers coach, as they were preparing to play you, he was asked about your defense and on certain players, and he wouldn't single anybody out. He said, that's an 11-man defense. He goes, because they've got guys doing their jobs front to back, sideline to sideline. And I'm just curious, even though you got some guys, yourself, Marcus, Beagle, can make plays, is it that simple that if you don't have 11 guys doing your job, you can't make your play, someone can't make his play?
Right. It's that simple. I mean, I love looking at the stat sheet, after the post game, getting from the media, and just seeing, pretty much everyone with at least one or two tackles. You know what I mean? That's a good feeling. That means everyone's doing their job. Everyone's playing as a team. And yeah, it's true. And it's funny to see, because if, say, one person gets out-gapped, say I get out-gapped, Marcus will be there to make a play. That's how we roll, and that's what we're doing. Or Landish will go, spill the fullback, and I'll come make a play off him. It's really cool how everything really fits into one another, and how we do play as 11-man defense.
Fans might not look at this game against Purdue as being a critical one because they're not in your division and they're not the top of theirs. But is this a critical bridge game from the momentum you built with Maryland and Rutgers into those last three games?
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely important. There's no way we can ever look past any Big Ten team. Doesn't matter what division. Doesn't matter anything. I mean, and I'm speaking of that, now that we've got into Big Ten play, but you can't look past any team. I mean, just anybody, like I said, college football is crazy. Things happen. It's weird how things all work out. But like I said, we just have to prepare them the same way we've been preparing. Just focus on our keys and just go out and execute.
But in theory, if you bring the same kind of defensive intensity you did here these last couple of weeks with all the pieces of the puzzle back, I mean, you've got to feel pretty good about what lies ahead after this game.
Yeah, if we, like I said, I mean, things are going to play out in our favor if we just keep doing what we're doing. I mean, things in the future will happen. I mean, if just we control our own destiny. If we keep bringing in the W's, I think everything's going to work out.
Have you studied